The words you whisper before sleep may seem very small, but they can become the last message your mind carries into the night. They may look like simple words, only a soft sentence spoken in the dark, but they are not just words. They are seeds. They are instructions. They are gentle signs given to the deeper part of you when the noise of the day is finally quiet. In the last moments before sleep, your mind is not as busy as it was during the day. The body is tired. The eyes are heavy. The world begins to fade. The heart becomes more open. The thoughts you carry in that moment can sink deeper than you realize. Before you sleep, you are standing at a quiet doorway. One side of the doorway is the day you just lived. The other side is the deep night where the body rests, the mind sorts through feelings, and the soul slowly gathers itself again. What you bring to that doorway matters. If you bring fear, the mind may carry fear into the night. If you bring regret, the heart may keep touching old pain while the body tries to rest. If you bring anger, the nervous system may stay tight even under the blanket. But if you bring peace, even a little peace, the whole inner world begins to receive a different message. The final words you give yourself at night do not have to be many. They do not have to be perfect. They do not have to be loud. They only need to be kind. They only need to be soft enough for your heart to receive. Sometimes one small sentence, whispered with love, can reach a place that many hours of thinking could not reach. Sometimes the mind does not need more answers. Sometimes the body does not need more pressure. Sometimes the heart does not need more advice. Sometimes you only need to hear in the quiet of the night that you are safe, that you are loved, and that you do not have to carry everything alone. The last 2 words I give myself at night become the first energy my soul carries into tomorrow. Let that thought rest inside you for a moment. The last words I give myself at night become the first energy my soul carries into tomorrow. This is why the final moments before sleep are so sacred. Not because you must do something difficult, not because you must become perfect before you rest, not because you must fix your whole life before closing your eyes, but because those last moments are soft. They are open. They are close to the deeper mind. They are like fresh soil, ready to receive whatever seed you place inside. Many people do not know this. They give the mind fear before sleep and wonder why they wake up feeling heavy. They give the heart old memories before sleep and wonder why the morning feels sad. They give the body worry before sleep and wonder why rest does not feel deep. They lie down and replay the whole day. What did I do wrong? What did that person mean? What if tomorrow is worse? What if this problem never changes? What if I am not enough? And the mind, because it loves to search, begins looking for answers. It does not know that you only wanted comfort. It hears the question and begins searching through fear. This is why the night can either become a place of healing or a place where worry keeps talking. Sleep should be the time when your body feels allowed to let go. Sleep should be the time when your heart feels safe enough to soften. Sleep should be the time when the mind stops trying to control every little thing. But if the last thing you give yourself is panic, the body may not understand that it is safe to rest. It may lie still, but inside it is still alert. It may close the eyes, but inside it is still watching. It may be in bed, but part of you is still trying to survive tomorrow before tomorrow has even arrived. So tonight, before sleep, do not hand your deeper mind a heavy story. Do not place fear on the pillow beside you and call it preparation. Do not carry every problem into bed as if rest must wait until life is perfect. Rest does not need a perfect life. Rest needs a present signal of safety. Rest needs your own voice to become gentle. Rest needs one soft message repeated with care. Rest needs to know that for this moment you are not going to fight yourself. You are not going to judge yourself. You are not going to scare yourself into being ready for tomorrow. You are allowed to end the day in a different way, even if the day was not easy, even if something is still unfinished, even if there are questions waiting, even if the heart is tired. You are allowed to choose the final energy you give yourself. The day may have been loud, but your last words can be soft. The day may have been stressful, but your last breath can be slow. The day may have brought pressure, but your final message can bring peace. This is not denial. This is not pretending there are no problems. This is choosing not to let fear be the last voice inside your mind. Before sleep, the mind becomes softer. The walls inside you become thinner. The old fight begins to loosen. You may notice that feelings come up more easily at night. You may notice that thoughts become louder when the room is quiet. This happens because there is less noise outside, so you begin to hear what has been moving inside. And this is exactly why your bedtime words matter. At night, your inner world is listening. The child within you is listening. The body that has carried you all day is listening. The heart that may have stayed strong for everyone else is listening. What will you say to these tender places when the day is over? Will you say, "Why did I not do more?" Or will you say, "I did what I could today"? Will you say, "What if everything goes wrong?" Or will you say, "I can rest now and meet tomorrow one step at a time"? Will you say, "I am alone"? Or will you say, "I am safe and loved"? This choice may seem small, but small choices repeated with love become a new inner home. The subconscious mind learns by repetition. The body learns by feeling. The heart learns by safety. So when you whisper the same loving words night after night, you are not just saying a sentence. You are teaching your inner world a new way to rest. The last few minutes before sleep are not empty minutes. They are not wasted minutes. They are not just the end of the day. They are a bridge. They are the bridge between what you live today and what you carry into tomorrow. If you cross that bridge with fear, the morning may meet you with the same tightness. If you cross that bridge with self-blame, the morning may begin with the same heaviness. But if you cross it with love, even a small amount of love, something inside you begins to change. You begin to train the mind to stop ending the day in danger. You begin to train the body to stop holding the whole world while it sleeps. You begin to train the heart to believe that peace is allowed. This does not mean that one night of whispering kind words will make every problem vanish. It does not mean tomorrow will be perfect. It does not mean you will never feel fear again. But it does mean you are no longer giving fear the final word. That matters. It means you are no longer letting the old story tuck you into bed. That matters. It means you are choosing, even in a simple way, to become the loving voice your mind hears before it rests. That matters more than you may know, because the words you repeat become familiar, and what becomes familiar begins to feel true. If you have spent years saying, "I am not safe," the body may have learned to stay tight. If you have spent years saying, "I am not loved," the heart may have learned to protect itself. If you have spent years saying, "I must worry or everything will fall apart," the mind may have learned to confuse fear with control. But these are learned patterns, and what has been learned can be gently unlearned. Not through force, not through shame, not through fighting yourself, but through soft, steady, loving repetition. Your bedtime words are like a little lamp placed inside the dark. They do not need to light the whole road at once. They only need to make this moment feel less lonely. They only need to remind the body that it can loosen. They only need to remind the mind that it does not have to solve everything tonight. They only need to remind the heart that love is still here, even if the day was hard. A whisper can become a lamp. A sentence can become a doorway. A gentle word can become medicine. Think about how different it feels when someone speaks to you with kindness. The body softens, the breath changes, the face relaxes, the heart feels less guarded. Now remember that your own voice can do this too. Your own voice can become the voice that brings you back to peace. Your own words can become the warm hand on your heart. Your own whisper can become the comfort you were waiting to receive from the world. You do not have to wait for someone else to tell you that you are safe before you begin creating safety inside. You do not have to wait for someone else to say you are loved before you begin speaking love to yourself. This is the beauty of the final words before sleep. They give your power back to you in the most gentle way. not power over every event, not power over every person, not power over every unknown thing, but power over the message you give your own soul, power over the voice that closes the day, power over the energy that enters the night with you. And sometimes that is where the change begins. Not outside, not loudly, not with a dramatic sign, but quietly in bed with one hand on the heart, one slow breath, and 5 words spoken like a blessing. I am safe and loved. These words are simple. They are not hard to understand. They are not complicated. But the heart does not always need something complicated. The heart often needs something true enough to hold. The body needs something calm enough to trust. The mind needs something clear enough to follow. I am safe and loved. 5 words, a soft sentence, a gentle path, a new way to end the day. When you whisper these words, you are not saying life has no problems. You are not saying every question has been answered. You are not saying the past never hurt. You are not saying the body never feels tense. You are not saying the mind never worries. You are saying that in this moment, fear does not get to own you. You are saying that in this breath, love is allowed to enter. You are saying that even with an unfinished life, you can still give yourself a peaceful ending to the day. You are saying that rest is not something you must earn by fixing everything first. The mind may argue at first. It may say, but am I safe? It may say, but am I loved? It may bring up old memories, old fears, old proof. Let it. Do not fight with the mind. Do not shame yourself if the words feel strange. A part of you may not believe them yet because a part of you has been living in worry for a long time. That is okay. The first time you speak love to a wounded place, it may not open right away. The first time you speak safety to a frightened body, it may not soften fully, but every gentle repetition matters. Every soft whisper is a small return. Every night you choose love instead of fear, you are teaching the deeper mind that a new way is possible. And perhaps this is why these 5 words can change everything. Not because they are magic in a childish way, not because they control the world, not because they force life to obey you, but because they change the state you sleep from. They change the voice you trust. They change the way the body enters rest. They change the way the mind searches through the night. They change the feeling you carry into the unseen hours. And when your inner state changes, your life begins to respond in quiet ways. You may wake with a little more peace. You may notice a small answer. You may feel less heavy. You may react less sharply. You may begin the morning with more kindness toward yourself. These small changes are not small. They are the beginning of a new inner pattern. The final words before sleep are not about forcing yourself to believe something. They are about offering yourself something better than fear. They are about giving the mind a loving direction. They are about saying to the body, you do not have to stay on guard tonight. They are about saying to the heart, you do not have to be alone with this pain. They are about saying to the soul, you can rest now. You are held in this moment. And when you do this night after night, the night becomes less like a place of worry and more like a place of repair. So before sleep, do not only ask what went wrong today, ask what your heart needs to hear. Do not only count what is missing, count the breath that is still here. Do not only replay the pain, place one kind sentence beside it. Do not only think about what must be done tomorrow. Remind yourself that tomorrow does not have to be carried tonight. This is how you begin to protect the sacred space before sleep. This is how you stop letting fear enter the deepest room of the mind without permission. This is how you begin to close the day with love. The last words I give myself at night become the first energy my soul carries into tomorrow. Let this be remembered. Let it be held gently. Let it change the way you lie down tonight. The day may have asked much from you. People may have asked much from you. Your mind may have asked much from you. But before sleep, you are allowed to give yourself something back. You are allowed to give yourself peace. You are allowed to give yourself softness. You are allowed to give yourself the words you may have needed for a very long time. I am safe and loved. Not because everything is perfect, not because every fear has disappeared, not because every wound has closed, but because in this moment, love can still be spoken. In this moment, safety can still be practiced. In this moment, the body can receive a new message. In this moment, the mind can be led gently away from fear and toward rest. These 5 words may be small, but they carry a very deep kindness. They tell the whole inner world, you do not have to fight tonight. They tell the heart, you are not forgotten. They tell the body, it is safe to soften. They tell the mind, you may stop searching for danger now. And maybe after many nights, something begins to shift. You may notice that the old fear does not speak as loudly. You may notice that bedtime no longer feels like a place where every worry gathers. You may notice that the body begins to trust the bed again, the dark again, the quiet again. You may notice that you are not ending every day by attacking yourself. You may notice that your own voice becomes softer, warmer, more patient. That is a beautiful change. That is a deep change. That is the kind of change that begins inside and slowly touches everything. So many people go to sleep with their bodies in bed, but their minds still running. The lights may be off, but inside there is still noise. The room may be quiet, but the thoughts are loud. The body may be tired, but the nervous system is still trying to protect, plan, remember, solve, and control. This is why many people sleep for hours and still wake up feeling tired. It is not always because the body did not lie down. Sometimes it is because the heart never felt safe enough to rest. Sometimes it is because the mind was never given permission to stop. If you fall asleep asking, "What if everything goes wrong?" the mind begins to search for danger. It may search through tomorrow. It may search through old memories. It may search through every possible mistake. It may show you pictures of things that have not happened. It may bring up conversations from the past. It may remind you of bills, health worries, relationship worries, work worries, family worries, or old regrets. The mind is not doing this because it hates you. It is doing this because it thinks it is helping. It thinks that if it worries enough, maybe it can protect you. But worry is not rest. Fear is not wisdom. Panic is not preparation. When fear becomes the last voice before sleep, the body may begin to believe the night is not safe. The jaw may stay tight. The shoulders may stay lifted. The stomach may stay tense. The heart may beat a little faster. The breath may remain shallow. Even if you are lying still, part of you is still standing guard. And the deeper mind receives the message: something is wrong, something is coming, something must be solved now. This is why the final minutes before sleep should be treated with tenderness. They are not the time to frighten yourself. They are not the time to punish yourself. They are not the time to replay every wound and call it truth. Sleep should not become a place where fear keeps talking. Sleep can become a place where love begins healing. But many people have never been taught to enter sleep with love. They have been taught to end the day with a phone in their hand, with worry in their chest, with comparison in their mind, with a list of everything they did not finish, with the feeling that they are behind in life. They scroll until the eyes are tired, but the soul is not comforted. They read messages that stir old pain. They look at other lives and judge their own. They take in noise and then wonder why the mind cannot become still. The mind needs a softer ending than that. The body needs a kinder ending than that. The heart needs to be brought down from the day slowly, like a child being guided into a peaceful room. You would not take a frightened child and shout, "Sleep now." You would not place a heavy list in the hands of someone already tired and say, "Rest." You would speak softly. You would dim the noise. You would say, "You are safe. I am here. You can let go now." This is how your own heart must be treated at night. Not with pressure, not with criticism, not with fear, with love. The problem is that many people believe worry means they care. They believe if they stop worrying, something bad will happen. They believe if they rest, they are being careless. They believe if they let go for the night, they may lose control. But the truth is, the mind does not become stronger through endless fear. The body does not become healthier through constant tension. The heart does not become safer through self-attack. You do not need to frighten yourself in order to be responsible. You can care and still rest. You can have things to handle and still sleep. You can be honest about life and still speak kindly to yourself. Before sleep, many old voices return. The voice that says you should have done more. The voice that says you are not enough. The voice that says you are late. The voice that says life is harder for you. The voice that says nobody understands. The voice that says something bad may happen. These voices may feel familiar, but familiar does not mean true. Sometimes fear feels true only because it has been repeated for so long. Sometimes self-blame feels natural only because the mind learned it early. Sometimes worry feels like home only because peace has not been practiced enough. This is why a new bedtime sentence is so powerful. It interrupts the old voice. It does not fight it. It does not shout over it. It simply offers another path. When the old voice says, "What if everything goes wrong?" the loving voice says, "I am safe and loved." When the old voice says, "You should have done more," the loving voice says, "I can rest now." When the old voice says, "Tomorrow will be too much," the loving voice says, "I will meet tomorrow one step at a time." When the old voice says, "You are alone," the loving voice says, "Love is with me, and I am here with myself." The stakes are not only about sleep, they are about the relationship you build with your own inner world. If every night ends with fear, the subconscious mind begins to expect fear. If every night ends with self-blame, the heart begins to expect criticism. If every night ends with old pain, the body may never learn what true rest feels like. But if every night ends with safety, love, and soft words, the deeper mind begins to learn a new rhythm. It begins to learn that the day can end without punishment. It begins to learn that the bed can be a place of peace. It begins to learn that darkness does not have to mean danger. It begins to learn that rest is allowed. This is not a small thing. The way you end the day can shape the way you carry yourself into the next one. If you sleep with fear, you may wake with heaviness. If you sleep with regret, you may wake already judging yourself. If you sleep with anger, you may wake still holding the same fight. But if you sleep with love, something in you may begin to soften before the morning even comes. You may not wake up with a perfect life, but you may wake with a little more space inside. You may wake with a little more kindness. You may wake with a feeling that maybe you can begin again. That small opening matters. There is also a deeper reason this matters. The subconscious mind does not sleep in the same way the thinking mind sleeps. While you rest, the deeper mind is still holding patterns, feelings, and impressions. It is still carrying the emotional tone you gave it. If the last message is fear, it may keep turning fear over in the background. If the last message is love, It has a new direction. It can begin to search for peace. It can begin to settle around safety. It can begin to loosen the old alarm. This is why the question you sleep with, the sentence you sleep with, and the feeling you sleep with all matter. Do not give your subconscious a frightening question before sleep if you can help it. Do not ask, "What if I fail?" and then expect the mind to rest. Do not ask, "Why does nothing work for me?" and then expect the heart to feel light. Do not ask, "What if I am never loved?" and then expect the body to soften. The mind will try to answer what you ask. It will search for proof. It will gather memories. It will bring up fear and call it useful. So give it a better direction. Give it a softer sentence. Give it 5 words that open a quieter door. I am safe and loved. This does not mean you must never think about problems. There is a time for planning. There is a time for action. There is a time for hard conversations. There is a time for making choices, asking for help, and taking care of what needs care. But bedtime is not always the best time to solve the whole life. Bedtime is a time to return to the body. Bedtid. B is a time to close the day. Bedtime is a time to say, "For now, I can let this rest." You can write something down for tomorrow. You can take one small practical step if needed. But after that, you do not need to keep turning fear in your hands like it is holy. Some people are afraid that if they stop thinking about the problem, they are ignoring it. But there is a difference between ignoring a problem and refusing to let the problem own your whole night. There is a difference between responsibility and obsession. There is a difference between care and panic. You can say, "This matters and I will handle it when I can." You can say, "I do not know the answer tonight, but I am safe to rest." You can say, "My mind may want to keep searching, but my body deserves peace now." These are not weak words. These are strong words. They are words that protect your energy. The body needs signals. It does not only listen to what happens outside. It listens to your breath. It listens to your tone. It listens to your thoughts. It listens to the images you repeat. It listens to the words you whisper. If the signal is danger, the body prepares for danger. If the signal is safety, the body begins to soften. This is why whispering before sleep can be so powerful. A whisper is gentle. A whisper does not attack the nervous system. A whisper does not push. A whisper feels close, warm, and safe. It is as if you are speaking directly to the tender place inside you that has been waiting all day for comfort. Most people do not need more pressure before sleep. They need less. They do not need to review every mistake. They need mercy. They do not need to imagine every possible danger. They need grounding. They do not need another inner argument. They need a loving voice. That loving voice can begin with 5 words. I am safe and loved. You may whisper them slowly. You may place one hand on your heart. You may let the body hear them not as a command, but as a blessing. I am safe and loved. I am safe and loved. I am safe and loved. At first, the words may feel too simple. The mind may say, "How can 5 words change anything?" But simple does not mean weak. Water is simple, but it gives life. Breath is simple, but you cannot live without it. A kind touch is simple, but it can calm a crying child. A soft sentence is simple, but it can reach places that hard thinking cannot. The deepest part of you does not always need long speeches. It needs steady love. It needs the same safe message again and again. It needs to know that you will return to kindness not only once, but many times. If you have been sleeping with fear for years, be patient with yourself. Do not expect the whole body to trust peace in one night. The nervous system may need time. The mind may need repetition. The heart may need proof that you will not stop loving it when it feels afraid. So if you whisper, "I am safe and loved," and fear still appears, do not say, "This is not working." Say, "A frightened part of me is learning." If the mind keeps thinking, do not attack it. Say, "My mind is trying to protect me, but I can guide it gently." If tears come, let them come. Tears do not mean the words failed. Tears may mean the words touched something real. This is important. Peace before sleep is not about forcing yourself to feel calm. It is about offering calm. Love before sleep is not about forcing yourself to feel loved instantly. It is about offering love. Safety before sleep is not about proving that life has no risk. It is about reminding the body that this breath is here, this bed is here, this moment is here, and you do not have to fight the whole future tonight. You are not trying to win an argument with fear. You are choosing not to feed fear as the final meal of the day. If fear has been the last voice for a long time, then love must become the new voice slowly. It must be repeated. It must be felt. It must be allowed. You may whisper the 5 words once and feel nothing. Whisper them again. You may feel resistance. Whisper them gently. You may feel sadness. Whisper them with even more kindness. Do not use the words like a tool to beat the mind into silence. Use them like a blanket. Use them like warm light. Use them like a hand on the heart. Use them like the voice you wish had been there when you were younger, afraid and unsure. There are nights when the heart is heavy. On those nights, the words matter even more. There are nights when the future feels unclear. On those nights, the words matter even more. There are nights when old pain comes back. On those nights, the words matter even more. Not because they erase the pain, but because they keep you from being alone inside it. They remind you that the old fear is not the only voice available. They remind you that love can still speak even in the dark. They remind you that rest is still possible even when life is not fully solved. The danger of sleeping with fear is that fear begins to feel normal. The gift of sleeping with love is that love begins to feel possible. And when love feels possible, the heart opens in small ways. You may become kinder to yourself during the day. You may notice when you are speaking harshly inside. You may pause before repeating an old story. You may begin to say, "That is not the voice I want to live with." You may begin to protect your inner world with more care. This is how a bedtime whisper can reach beyond bedtime. It becomes part of the way you live. So the stakes are very tender. This is about whether the mind is trained to search for fear or trained to receive peace. This is about whether the body keeps sleeping in alarm or begins sleeping in trust. This is about whether the heart ends each day abandoned or held. This is about whether your own voice becomes another source of pressure or becomes a place of comfort. This is about learning to stop leaving yourself alone at the very moment you most need gentleness. Before sleep, you are not only closing your eyes, you are closing the emotional book of the day. The question is, what line will you leave open for the deeper mind to read? Will it be, "I am afraid"? Will it be, "I am not enough"? Will it be, "Nothing will change"? Or will it be, "I am safe and loved"? The line you leave open matters. The mind may follow it. The body may respond to it. The heart may rest inside it. So choose the line with care. Choose the line with love. Choose the line that does not make your soul feel smaller. You deserve to sleep with words that do not hurt you. You deserve to sleep without carrying every old fear into the night. You deserve to stop making the dark a room for worry. You deserve to let bedtime become a gentle return. This does not require a perfect routine. It does not require candles, silence, or a perfect life. It can happen in the simplest way. One breath, one hand on the heart, one whisper. I am safe and loved. The old way may say, keep worrying. The new way says, rest first. The old way may say, think about everything that could go wrong. The new way says, let the body soften. The old way may say, you are alone with this. The new way says, love is here and I am here. The old way may say, you cannot sleep until everything is fixed. The new way says, I can rest even while life is still unfolding. This is not a small shift. This is a new relationship with the night. This is a new relationship with your mind. This is a new relationship with your own heart. And it begins so simply that the mind may overlook it. 5 words, spoken softly, repeated with feeling, given to the deeper mind like a seed. I am safe and loved. The 5 words are simple. I am safe and loved. They do not sound complicated. They do not need a long explanation to be felt. Yet each word carries something the heart may have been waiting to hear for a very long time. I am safe and loved. These words speak to the deepest places inside you. They speak to the part of you that has carried too much. They speak to the part of you that tries to stay strong all day. They speak to the part of you that smiles while feeling tired. They speak to the part of you that wants to rest but does not always know how to let go. I am safe and loved. Say the words slowly inside your mind. Do not rush them. Do not make them a task. Let them become soft. Let them become warm. Let them become close. I am safe and loved. The sentence begins with I, and this matters. Because after a long day, you may be far away from yourself. You may have spent the day thinking about what others need, what others expect, what others feel, what others think. You may have given your attention to work, family, messages, worries, duties, plans, and problems. You may have been everywhere except inside your own heart. But the word I brings you back. When you say I, you return to the one who has been living this day. Not the mask, not the role, not the helper, not the worker, not the one trying to keep everything together. You return to the real inner self, the one who feels, the one who needs rest, the one who needs kindness, the one who may not have been asked all day, how are you, really? Before sleep, the word I becomes a doorway back home. It says, come back to yourself now. You do not have to stay scattered in the world. You do not have to keep carrying everyone else in your mind. You are allowed to return to your own heart. I am safe and loved. The second word is am. This word brings the blessing into the present moment. You are not saying, one day I will be safe. You are not saying, maybe later I will be loved. You are not saying, after I fix everything, then I can rest. You are saying, I am, right now, in this breath, in this dark, in this bed, in this moment, I am. There is power in bringing peace into the present. The mind often lives in tomorrow. The heart often aches over yesterday. But the body can only rest now. The breath can only happen now. The softening can only begin now. So when you say, I am, you are calling yourself out of the far future and back into the present. You are telling the mind, not later, not someday, not only when life is perfect, now. Peace begins now, not when everything is perfect. Rest begins now, not when every problem is solved. Love begins now, not when every person understands you. Safety begins now, not when the future is fully known. This is not about denying what still needs care. It is about giving your body a present moment signal that it can loosen a little. The third word is safe. This is one of the most healing words the body can hear before sleep. Safe, not forced, not rushed, not judged, safe. The body needs this word. The nervous system needs this word. The inner child needs this word. The tired heart needs this word. So many people move through the day with a quiet feeling of danger inside them. Not always physical danger, but emotional danger. The danger of being judged, the danger of failing, the danger of being left, the danger of not having enough, the danger of making a mistake, the danger of not being loved, the danger of not being in control. By the time night comes, the body may still be holding these little alarms. So when you whisper, "I am safe," you are speaking to the body in a language it deeply needs. You are saying, "You can soften now." You are saying, "You do not have to protect me from every thought tonight." You are saying, "You do not have to stay tight to prove that you care." You are saying, "This moment is safe enough for rest." Maybe not everything in life feels safe yet. Maybe some things are still uncertain. But this breath can be safe. This blanket can be safe. This moment of choosing kindness can be safe. This whisper can be safe. I am safe. Let the words move slowly. I am safe in this moment. My body can soften now. I do not have to solve everything tonight. Let those words touch the places that have been holding too much. Let them touch the jaw. Let them touch the shoulders. Let them touch the chest. Let them touch the stomach. Let them touch the hands. Let them touch the part of you that has been trying so hard to stay ready for everything. I am safe in this moment. My body can soften now. I do not have to solve everything tonight. The fourth word is and. It may seem like a small word, but it holds a beautiful meaning. And makes room. And allows more than one thing to be true. You can be tired and still loved. You can be unsure and still guided. You can have a hard day and still be worthy of peace. You can be healing and still be whole enough to rest. You can have questions and still be safe in this breath. You can feel emotions and still be held by love. The word "and" stops the mind from thinking one hard feeling cancels everything good. Many people live with the word "but" inside them. I want to rest, but there is too much to do. I want to feel loved, but I made mistakes. I want to feel safe, but life is uncertain. I want to believe good can happen, but the past was hard. The word "but" often closes the door. The word "and" opens it again. Life may be uncertain, and I can rest tonight. I may have made mistakes, and I am still worthy of love. I may feel tired, and I can still be gentle with myself. I may not know the answer, and I can let my body sleep. This is why "and" is such a soft word. It does not force you to pretend. It lets you be honest and kind at the same time. It lets you say, yes, today was hard, and I can still give myself peace. It lets you say, yes, I am still healing, and I do not have to hate myself while I heal. It lets you say, yes, the future is unknown, and I can still trust this breath. The heart needs this. The heart needs a way to hold life without turning every challenge into a final sentence. I can be unfinished and still be loved. The fifth word is loved. This word touches the deepest hunger of the heart. Loved. Not only seen when you are useful, not only accepted when you are perfect, not only worthy when you are strong, loved in your tiredness, in your healing, in your questions, in your human feelings. Loved before every answer is known. Loved before every wound is healed. Loved before every part of life looks the way you want it to look. Loved now. Many hearts go to sleep feeling alone. They may be surrounded by people during the day, but still feel alone inside. They may have conversations, responsibilities, and many things to do, but still feel that no one truly sees the tender places. And sometimes the loneliest feeling is not that others are absent. It is that you are absent from yourself. You feel pain and then judge it. You feel fear and then shame it. You feel tired and then push harder. You feel sadness and then try to hide it. Before sleep, the word loved invites you back into a softer relationship with yourself. I am loved. Let the words be simple. You do not have to fully understand how love is with you. You do not have to feel a great wave of emotion. You only need to allow the word to come near. Loved. Love can be the breath that stayed with you today. Love can be the hand you place on your heart. Love can be the gentle choice not to attack yourself tonight. Love can be the quiet decision to rest instead of worry. Love can be the unseen support of life moving through you. Love can be the kindness you are learning to give yourself one night at a time. I am loved by life, held by peace, and guided into rest. This is a beautiful sentence to let the heart hear. I am loved by life, held by peace, and guided into rest. It tells the mind that it does not need to fight the night. It tells the body that rest is not empty. It tells the heart that sleep can be a place of being held. Love does not always arrive as a loud sign. Sometimes love arrives as a softer thought. Sometimes love arrives as a slower breath. Sometimes love arrives as the choice to stop speaking to yourself with cruelty. Sometimes love arrives as 5 words whispered before sleep. I am safe and loved. These 5 words work together like a gentle path. I brings you back to yourself. Am brings you into the present. Safe speaks to the body and makes space for all of your human feelings. Loved speaks to the heart. Together, They create a sentence that touches the whole inner world. The self returns. The present opens. The body softens. The heart feels included. Love enters. This is why the sentence is simple but deep. You may whisper it slowly tonight. Not quickly, not like something to finish, like something to receive. I am safe and loved. Let there be a pause after I. Let yourself come back. Let there be a pause after am. Let yourself arrive in the now. Am. Let there be a pause after safe. Let the body hear it. Safe. Let there be a pause after and. Let there be room for everything you feel. And let there be a pause after loved. Let the heart receive it. Loved. If the words bring up emotion, let that be okay. Sometimes the heart cries when it hears what it needed. Sometimes the body trembles a little when it begins to release tension. Sometimes the mind feels unsure when a new message is given. Nothing is wrong. You are not failing. You are not doing it badly. You are meeting tender places. You are speaking peace to places that may have known worry for a long time. You are speaking love to places that may have felt forgotten. Let the process be gentle. The sentence does not need to be believed perfectly to begin working. A seed does not need the whole tree to appear in one night. It only needs to be planted. These words are a seed. I am safe and loved. Plant them tonight. Plant them tomorrow night. Plant them the next night. Let repetition become comfort. Let comfort become trust. Let trust become rest. Let rest become a new inner rhythm. This is how the deeper mind changes, not through one hard push, but through many soft returns. You may have spent many nights whispering the opposite without even knowing it. I am not safe. I am alone. I am behind. I am not enough. Something bad will happen. I must keep worrying. These may not have been spoken out loud, but the body heard them through the thoughts you repeated. Tonight, you can begin to give the mind another message. Not a message of fear, not a message of pressure, a message of love. I am safe and loved. Let the words become the doorway into rest. Let them stand at the edge of the night like a gentle guardian. Let them tell the old fear, you do not have to lead tonight. Let them tell the body, you can lay down your armor. Let them tell the mind, you may stop searching for danger. Let them tell the heart, you are not alone here. I am safe and loved. I am safe and loved. I am safe and loved. These 5 words are not only for the easy nights. They are for the nights when your mind is busy. They are for the nights when you feel unsure. They are for the nights when the heart is tender. They are for the nights when old thoughts try to return. They are for the nights when you do not know what tomorrow will bring. Especially then, whisper them. Especially then, do not give fear the last word. Especially then, let love be the final voice. And if the mind says, "But I do not feel safe," answer softly, "I am safe in this moment." If the mind says, "But I do not feel loved," answer softly, "I am learning to receive love now." If the mind says, "But there is still so much to fix," answer softly, "I do not have to fix everything tonight." If the mind says, "But what if tomorrow is hard?" answer softly, "I will meet tomorrow when it comes." Keep bringing the mind back, not with force, with patience, with warmth, with the same gentle sentence, "I am safe and loved." The words may begin as a whisper, but over time they can become an inner place, a place you return to when the day is done, a place where the body knows it can soften, a place where the mind knows it is not required to fight through the night, a place where the heart knows it will not be left alone with fear. This is the true gift of the 5 words. They do not only change the end of the day, they begin to change the way you live inside yourself. The sentence is small enough to remember and deep enough to carry you. It does not ask you to explain everything. It does not ask you to be perfect. It does not ask you to feel peaceful right away. It simply gives you a loving direction. I am safe and loved. Back to the body, back to the breath, back to the present, back to the heart, back to love. Tonight, these are the words that can meet you before sleep. Not as a rule, not as pressure, not as something you must perform. As a gift to the body that worked all day, a gift to the mind that thought so much, a gift to the heart that felt so much, a gift to the deeper self that is always listening. I am safe and loved. The first word is I. It may look like the smallest word in the sentence, but it is the door that brings you back to yourself. Before sleep, this word matters very much because so much of the day may have pulled you away from your own heart. You may have spent the whole day thinking about other people, answering other people, helping other people, trying to understand other people, trying to please other people, trying to avoid hurting other people, trying to be enough for other people. And by the time the night comes, you may be lying in bed with your body tired, but your spirit scattered in many places. Part of you may still be at work. Part of you may still be in a message. Part of you may still be in an old conversation. Part of you may still be trying to fix tomorrow. But the word I gently calls all of you back home. When you whisper I, you are not being selfish. You are not turning away from love. You are not forgetting your duties. You are simply remembering that you are here too. You are part of your own life. Your heart matters too. Your body matters too. Your rest matters too. Your feelings matter too. Many people are kind to everyone except themselves. They can comfort a friend, care for a child, listen to a loved one, Support someone who is sad and still speak to themselves with cold words when the room becomes quiet. But before sleep, the word I asks you to return to the one inside you who has been waiting to be noticed. When I say I come back to my own heart. Let that sentence move slowly through you. When I say I come back to my own heart. This is not a loud return. It is soft. It is like walking into a quiet room after a long day outside. It is like placing down the bags you did not know you were carrying. It is like saying to yourself, I am here now. I have come back. I will not leave myself alone tonight. The word I is the beginning of self-love because you cannot love the self you keep running away from. You cannot comfort the heart you never pause to hear. You cannot heal the body you only push, judge, and ignore. So many people lie down at night and still do not return to themselves. They think about what someone else said. They think about what someone else might think. They think about what someone else needs. They think about what someone else did not give them. They think about who left, who stayed, who answered, who did not answer, who approved, who misunderstood. And little by little, the heart becomes tired from living outside itself. The mind becomes used to looking for peace in other people's reactions. The body becomes used to waiting for the world to become gentle before it feels allowed to rest. But the word I changes the direction. It says, come back from the noise, come back from the waiting, come back from the fear, come back from trying to be everything for everyone. The word I is simple, but it is powerful because it makes you present to yourself. It says, I exist, I matter. I am not only a helper, I am not only a worker, I am not only a role, I am not only what others need from me. I am a living soul, and I deserve tenderness tonight. This is very important because many people enter sleep without giving themselves any tenderness. They brush their teeth, turn off the lights, lie down, and then hand their mind to worry. But what if, before sleep, you first gave yourself back to yourself? What if the first word of the 5 words became a loving return? I am here. I am listening. I am not leaving myself now. There may be a part of you that does not know how to come back to yourself yet. That is okay. Maybe you learned long ago that love meant leaving yourself. Maybe you learned that being good meant saying yes when your heart wanted to say no. Maybe you learned that being loved meant becoming easy for others, quiet for others, useful for others, or perfect for others. Maybe you learned that your own needs were too much. Maybe you learned that rest had to be earned. Maybe you learned that you had to keep going even when your body was asking for care. But before sleep, the word I becomes a new lesson. It teaches you that you do not have to disappear in order to be loved. You are allowed to belong to yourself. You are allowed to feel your own breath. You are allowed to ask, what do I need tonight? You are allowed to listen to the answer without shame. Maybe you need silence. Maybe you need to cry. Maybe you need to stop thinking for a little while. Maybe you need to forgive yourself for the day. Maybe you need to stop replaying the past. Maybe you need to place one hand on your heart and remember that you are human. This is not weakness. This is the beginning of inner safety. A person who never returns to themselves cannot truly rest. A heart that is always reaching outward becomes tired. A body that is never heard begins to speak through tension, heaviness, and pain. So whisper the first word with care. Let it be slow. Let it be warm. Let it be personal. Not everyone else right now. Not the whole world right now. Not every problem right now. This does not mean you stop loving others. It means you stop abandoning yourself while loving others. It means you begin to include yourself in the circle of your own kindness. It means that tonight you do not go to sleep as someone forgotten by your own heart. There is a deep softness in saying, I am safe and loved, because the sentence does not begin with the world. It does not begin with another person. It does not begin with a problem. It does not begin with a fear. It begins with I. It begins with the self. It begins with the place where change can happen. You may not be able to change every event before sleep. You may not be able to change another person's heart. You may not be able to solve every question. But you can return to yourself. You can say, I am here. You can say, I am worthy of my own kindness. You can say, I will not leave myself tonight. Many people wait for someone else to give them the words they need. They wait for someone else to say, you are safe. They wait for someone else to say, you are loved. They wait for someone else to say, you did enough today. And yes, it is beautiful when love comes from another person. It is beautiful to be held, seen, and comforted. But your soul should not have to wait forever outside the door of another person's voice. Your own voice can become a home. Your own whisper can become a gentle place. Your own words can begin to give the heart what it has been needing. This does not mean you no longer need people. It means you are no longer completely empty without their words. It means you can receive love from others, but you can also begin to offer love from within. It means that when the night comes and no one is there to comfort you, you are not abandoned. You are with yourself. You can become the loving presence that sits beside your own heart. You can become the voice that says, I see you. I know today was not easy. I know you tried. I know you are tired. You can rest now. The word I can also bring up sadness. Sometimes when you say I, you may suddenly feel how long you have been away from yourself. You may feel tears. You may feel an ache. You may feel the little one inside you saying, where have you been? If that happens, do not run. Do not judge it. Do not say you are doing it wrong. This is part of returning. When a home has been empty for a long time, it may feel strange to walk back in. When a heart has been left alone for a long time, it may not trust love right away. But stay with the word, stay with the breath, stay with the hand on the heart. Whisper, I am here now, I am here now. These words can become a soft beginning before the 5 words. I am here now. I have returned to myself. I do not need to be perfect tonight. I do not need to fix every part of my life before I give myself kindness. I am here now. Let the body hear that. Let the mind hear that. Let the inner child hear that. There is something very healing about being present with yourself without trying to change everything at once. You do not need to come back to yourself only after you have improved. You come back now as you are, tired maybe, worried maybe, tender maybe, still learning, yes, but worthy of love. The word I also reminds you that you have a choice. You may not have chosen every part of the day. You may not have chosen every word someone said. You may not have chosen every delay, every problem, every feeling. But you can choose the final words you speak to yourself. You can choose not to end the day by hurting yourself again. You can choose not to repeat the same fear as if it is the only truth. You can choose not to let the old voice be the last voice. You can choose to whisper something softer. You can choose to give your deeper mind a new direction. The first word is not just a word. It is a return of power. I choose the voice I give myself tonight. I choose not to frighten myself before sleep. I choose not to punish myself for being human. I choose to return to my own heart. I choose to speak to myself with love. This is not the hard kind of power that tries to control everything. This is the gentle kind of power that remembers where the center is. The center is not in the message you are waiting for. The center is not in the worry about tomorrow. The center is not in the old mistake. The center is here, in your own heart, in your own breath, in your own quiet choice. When you say I, imagine gathering yourself back from the day. Gather yourself back from the people you tried to please. Gather yourself back from the tasks you did not finish. Gather yourself back from the memories you kept replaying. Gather yourself back from the fear of tomorrow. Gather yourself back from the old story that says you are not enough. Let all those pieces return gently. Do not pull them harshly. Do not demand that they come quickly. Just whisper, I, and let the soul know it is being called home. I am safe and loved. The first word opens the door. The first word says, this blessing is for me too. Sometimes that is the hardest part to receive. Many people can pray for others, bless others, encourage others, and speak kind words to others. But when the blessing turns toward them, they feel unsure. They wonder if they deserve it. They wonder if it is too much. They wonder if they are allowed to receive. So the word I may feel tender because it includes you. It says, do not leave yourself outside the blessing. You are included. You are included in safety. You are included in love. You are included in rest. You are included in healing. You are included in the right to begin again. You are included in life's tenderness. You do not need to stand at the edge of your own heart and watch love go to everyone else. You can step inside. You can say, I am safe and loved. Not only they are safe, not only they are loved, I am safe and loved. This can feel new. Let it feel new. New does not mean wrong. New often feels strange because the old way has been repeated for so long. If you are used to judging yourself before sleep, kindness may feel strange. If you are used to worrying before sleep, peace may feel strange. If you are used to placing everyone else first, the word I may feel strange. But strange can become familiar through practice. What you repeat with love begins to create a new inner path. One night, the words may feel distant. Another night, they may feel closer. Another night, they may make you breathe a little deeper. Another night, they may help you fall asleep with less fear. Little by little, the path forms. So when the night comes, let the first word be a return. Not a hard I, not a lonely I, not an angry I, a soft I, a healing I, a sacred I, a word that says, I am allowed to be here. I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to receive love. This is how the 5 words begin. Not with pressure, not with trying, not with proving. They begin with coming home. I am safe and loved. Let the I be full of tenderness. Let it carry all the parts of you that worked hard today. Let it carry the part that smiled when tired. Let it carry the part that wanted to cry. Let it carry the part that made mistakes. Let it carry the part that kept going. Let it carry the part that is still learning how to rest. Let it carry the part that wants to believe life can be softer. When you whisper I, bring all of yourself into the sentence. No part left outside. No part rejected. No part too tired, too sad, too imperfect, or too human to be loved. The second word is am. It is a small word, but it brings the whole blessing into the present moment. It tells the mind that peace is not only for the future. It tells the body that rest does not have to wait until everything is solved. It tells the heart that love is not far away. When you say, I am, you are not placing comfort somewhere outside your reach. You are not saying, one day when life is easier, I will feel safe. You are not saying, one day when I am better, I will be loved. You are not saying, one day when all the problems are gone, I will rest. You are saying, now, here, in this breath, I am. This matters because the mind loves to live in another time. It runs into tomorrow. It returns to yesterday. It keeps asking what will happen, what should have happened, what might happen, what could have been done differently. The mind moves like this because it is trying to protect you. But the body cannot rest tomorrow. The body cannot breathe yesterday. The body can only soften now. The heart cannot receive love in a future moment that has not arrived yet. It can only receive love now. This is why the word am is so healing before sleep. It brings you back to the only place where peace can begin. Peace begins now, not when everything is perfect. Let that sentence be simple. Peace begins now, not when everything is perfect. Many people wait for perfect conditions before they allow themselves to feel peaceful. They say, when the money is right, then I will relax. When the relationship is clear, then I will sleep. When the body feels better, then I will be kind to it. When tomorrow is certain, then I will stop worrying. When everyone understands me, then I will feel loved. But if peace depends on everything outside becoming perfect, then peace is always far away. The word am brings peace closer. It says, even here, even now, even with life unfinished, I can give myself one soft breath. This is not pretending. This is not saying that problems do not exist. This is not saying that pain is not real. This is not saying that tomorrow does not need care. It is saying that this moment also exists. The problem exists, and this breath exists. The question exists, and this bed exists. The worry exists, and the hand on the heart exists. The uncertainty exists, and the choice to speak gently exists. The word am helps you stop living only in the problem. It brings you into the present, where you still have a small doorway into peace. I am safe and loved. The am makes the words alive now. Not I was safe once, not I will be loved someday. I am. This is a very strong message for the deeper mind, because the subconscious often responds to what is repeated in the present. If you keep saying, I am afraid, the body listens. If you keep saying, I am alone, the heart listens. If you keep saying, I am not enough, the mind begins to build a life around that thought. So before sleep, you gently give the mind a different present message. I am safe and loved, not later, now. Some part of you may say, but I do not feel that way. That is okay. You do not need to fight that part. You do not need to pretend it is not there. You can answer it with softness. I know you do not fully feel safe yet, but we are practicing safety now. I know you do not fully feel loved yet, but we are opening to love now. The word am does not have to be forced. It can be gentle. It can be a practice. It can be a seed planted in the now. The seed does not become a full flower the moment it touches the soil, but it has begun. That beginning matters. When you say I am, you are giving the mind a new identity. This is very important. So much of life is shaped by what follows the words I am. I am tired. I am behind. I am unlucky. I am alone. I am broken. I am not good enough. I am always struggling. These words may have been repeated so often that they feel normal. But every I am is like a brushstroke on the inner picture of yourself. Every I am tells the subconscious what to keep looking for. Every I am shapes the way the body feels and the way the heart expects life to meet it. So before sleep, choose carefully what follows. I am. Do not let fear write that sentence for you. Do not let the hardest moment of the day decide your whole identity. Do not let one mistake become I am a failure. Do not let one lonely night become I am unloved. Do not let one problem become I am trapped. Do not let one delay become I am forgotten. These are heavy sentences to give the soul before sleep. They may feel true because they carry emotion, but emotion is not always the whole truth. Sometimes emotion is only pain asking for comfort. What if tonight, instead of saying I am lost, you say I am being guided one step at a time? What if instead of saying I am too tired to handle life, you say I am allowed to rest and begin again? What if instead of saying I am alone, you say I am safe and loved? At first, the mind may not believe the new sentence fully. That is fine. You are not asking the mind to jump from fear to perfect faith in one moment. You are simply giving it another place to look. You are opening a new path. You are saying, this is the sentence I want to grow inside me now. The word am brings the new sentence into being. It gives it a place to stand. It says, this is not only a dream. This is not only a faraway wish. This is something I am willing to practice now. And practice is important. The mind changes through practice. The body changes through practice. The heart changes through practice. A worried body may not soften after one night, but it can learn. A fearful mind may not become calm in one breath, but it can be guided. A lonely heart may not feel full in one whisper, but it can begin to receive. I am is also a way of stopping the old delay. Many people keep healing in the future. They say, I will love myself when I change. I will rest when I finish. I will feel worthy when someone chooses me. I will speak kindly to myself when I stop making mistakes. But healing cannot happen in a future that is always moving away. Healing begins when you bring love into the present. You do not have to wait until you are perfect to stop being cruel to yourself. You do not have to wait until every fear is gone to speak peace. You do not have to wait until life is easy to be gentle with your body. The word am brings the blessing into the place where you can actually receive it. I am safe and loved. These words do not say, I will be safe when I control everything. They do not say, I will be loved when I become someone else. They say, I am safe and loved. The present moment is where the medicine enters. The present moment is where the breath slows. The present moment is where the hand touches the heart. The present moment is where the body hears your voice. The present moment is where the old story can be interrupted. Before sleep, the present moment is often covered by many thoughts. You may be in bed, but your mind may be in tomorrow morning. It may be in a bill. It may be in a conversation. It may be in a fear. It may be in an old mistake from years ago. The body is in one place, but the mind is in many places. The word am gathers the end back into the now. I am here. I am breathing. I am resting. I am safe in this moment. I am loved in this moment. This moment may be small, but it is real. And the mind can only be guided from where it is now. This is why you may want to say the 5 words slowly. Do not rush past the am. Let it hold you in the present. I am. Let the breath come in. I am. Let the breath go out. I am. You are not chasing tomorrow. You are not running through yesterday. You are here. You are with yourself. You are speaking to your own heart in the only moment you have. I am. This simple awareness can calm the body because the body often becomes tense when the mind travels too far. When the mind returns to now, the body can begin to feel the bed beneath it, the breath inside it, the quiet around it, the safety of this one moment. The word am also carries a deep spiritual feeling. It reminds you that beneath all the changing parts of life, there is still being. You may have many feelings, but you are more than one feeling. You may have many thoughts, but you are more than one thought. You may have problems, but you are more than the problem. You may have fear, but you are more than fear. I am brings you back to the simple truth that you exist before the story. You are here before the worry. You are life breathing in this moment. You are not only what happened today. You are not only what might happen tomorrow. You are here now, and here now is where peace can touch you. Sometimes before sleep, you may need to remind yourself, I am not my fear. I am not my mistake. I am not my unfinished task. I am not the opinion of another person. I am not the old story. I am here. Let that be enough for one breath. You do not need to solve the whole mind. Just return to the present. I am here. I am breathing. I am safe enough to rest. I am loved enough to stop attacking myself. I am allowed to let this day close. The word am is also kind because it does not demand a long journey before love begins. It does not say, become someone else first. It does not say, heal every wound first. It does not say, prove your worth first. It says, you are here and love can meet you here. Many people believe they have to earn the right to rest. They carry the day into bed and judge themselves. Did I do enough? Did I say the right thing? Did I make progress? Did I please everyone? Did I look good enough? Did I answer enough? Did I work enough? This way of thinking turns sleep into another test. But the word am can stop the test. I am safe and loved. Not because I passed every test today, not because I did everything perfectly, because I am. There is a soft freedom in that. You do not have to earn the breath. You do not have to earn the night. You do not have to earn the right to be kind to yourself. You are already here, and because you are here, you can receive gentleness. Your worth is not created by today's success. Your worth is not destroyed by today's mistake. The deeper part of you is still worthy of love. This is why the word am is so important. It brings worth into the present. It says, even now, even here, even as I am safe and loved. Say it like a present gift, not a faraway goal, not a dream you must chase. A gift you are practicing receiving now. The mind may still have questions. Let it. The body may still be tense. Let it soften slowly. The heart may still feel tender. Hold it gently. The sentence is not here to force instant change. It is here to create a new inner direction. It is here to say, this is the thought I want beside me as I sleep. This is the feeling I want to invite. This is the truth I am willing to practice. The word am can also help when the past tries to follow you into bed. The past may say, you were hurt. The word am says, I am here now. The past may say, you made mistakes. The word am says, I am learning now. The past may say, you were not loved the way you needed. The word am says, I am open to love now. This does not erase the past. It simply stops the past from being the only voice in the room. The present begins to speak too, and the present is where your power lives. The future may also try to enter the night. It may say, what if something goes wrong? The word am says, I am safe in this breath. The future may say, what if I cannot handle tomorrow? The word am says, I am allowed to meet tomorrow when it comes. The future may say, what if I am not ready? The word am says, I am supported now. Again, this is not denial. This is balance. The mind can think about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. But tonight, before sleep, the body needs now. The heart needs now. The deeper mind needs a peaceful now. So when you whisper the 5 words, let the am become an anchor. I am here. I am breathing. I am returning. I am safe and loved. It brings you down from the storm of thoughts and places you back into your own body. It says, this moment is not empty. This moment is enough to begin. And sometimes that is all healing needs at first. A beginning, a soft now, a small opening, a sentence that does not wait for the perfect life before offering peace. You may begin to notice that the more you use I am with kindness, the more careful you become with the words that follow it during the day. You may catch yourself saying, I am so stressed, and you may gently change it to, I am feeling stress, but I am learning calm. You may catch yourself saying, I am hopeless, and you may change it to, I am having a hard moment, but I am still here. You may catch yourself saying, I am alone, and you may change it to, I am returning to myself. This is not about pretending. It is about not turning every passing feeling into your whole identity. Before sleep, this practice becomes even more powerful because the mind is soft. The day is ending. The deeper self is listening. So give it words that build a kinder inner world. I am safe and loved. I am allowed to rest. I am worthy of peace now. I am gentle with myself tonight. I am letting the day close. I am here. I am breathing. I am open to love. These present words can become a calm path into the night. And if you only remember one thing about the second word, remember this. Am means now, not later. Not after you become perfect. Not after everyone understands. Not after every fear is gone. Now. The present moment may not contain the whole answer, but it contains the doorway to peace. The present breath may not solve every problem, but it can soften the body. The present whisper may not change the entire life in one night, but it can change the message you sleep with. And that is where a new pattern begins. I am safe and loved. Let I bring you home. Let am bring you into now. Do not rush past it. Do not treat it as a small word with no meaning. It is the word that keeps love from being far away. It is the word that keeps safety from being only a dream. It is the word that says, in this very moment, I can begin again. The third word is safe. This word may be the one your body needs most before sleep. Safe. Let it be slow. Let it be soft. Let it be kind. Safe. The body understands this word in a deep way. The nervous system listens for this word. The heart rests more easily when this word feels true. The mind stops running so hard when this word is repeated with love. Before sleep, the body is not asking for a perfect life. It is asking for a signal that this moment is safe enough to rest. Many people do not realize how much danger their body has been carrying. Not always danger from the outside, but danger in the thoughts, danger in the memories, danger in the worry, danger in the way they speak to themselves, danger in the feeling that they must always be ready, always strong, always careful, always useful, always one step ahead. The body may look calm from the outside, but inside it may be holding years of tension. It may be waiting for the next problem. It may be bracing for the next rejection. It may be preparing for tomorrow before tomorrow has come. And then, when night arrives, the body is told to sleep. But the body cannot fully rest if it still feels that it must protect you. This is why the word safe matters. It is not just a nice word. It is a healing message. It tells the body, you do not have to keep holding everything right now. It tells the mind, you do not have to solve the whole future tonight. It tells the heart, you do not have to defend yourself in this moment. It tells the nervous system, you can come down a little. Maybe not all the way at once, maybe only a little, but a little softening is still healing. A little more breath is still healing. A little less fear is still healing. I am safe in this moment. My body can soften now. I do know I'd have to solve everything tonight. Let these words become slow. I am safe in this moment. My body can soften now. I do not have to solve everything tonight. These are not words of escape. They are words of care. They do not tell you to ignore life. They tell you to stop making your body live inside tomorrow's fear while tonight is asking for rest. The body does not need you to explain every worry before it relaxes. It needs to feel your presence. It needs your breath. It needs your kind tone. It needs your hand on your heart or your belly. It needs to know that you are not angry at it for being tired. So many people speak to the body as if it is an enemy. They say, why are you tense? Why can't you sleep? Why are you so tired? Why are you like this? But the body is not trying to hurt you. The body is trying to protect you. It has listened to your fears. It has carried your stress. It has held your long days. It has stayed with you through every season. It deserves love before sleep, not another command. When you whisper safe, whisper it to the body like you would speak to a dear friend who has been carrying too much. Say, dear body, you are safe in this moment. You can rest now. You do not have to hold the whole day anymore. If a place feels tight, do not fight it. Speak to it. If the chest feels heavy, say, you are safe. If the stomach feels tense, say, you are safe. If the shoulders feel high and hard, say, you can soften now. If the head is full, say, you do not have to solve everything tonight. This is not childish. This is deep care. The body responds to repeated messages of safety. Safe does not always mean everything outside is certain. This is important. If the mind believes it can only feel safe when every part of life is certain, then it may never rest. Life is always moving. There are always unknowns. There are always things you cannot control. There may be unanswered questions. There may be changes ahead. There may be people you cannot understand. There may be outcomes you cannot force. If safety means knowing everything, then safety will always feel far away. But the safety you whisper before sleep is more present and more gentle. It says, "In this breath, I can soften. In this bed, I can rest. In this moment, I do not have to fight." This kind of safety is not about controlling the whole world. It is about returning to the truth of this moment. The room is quiet enough. The breath is here. The body is lying down. The day is closing. The heart is being spoken to with love. That may be enough for one small opening. The nervous system does not always need a perfect answer. It often needs one present signal: a slower breath, a softer jaw, a gentle hand, a kind word, a whisper that says, "Safe." Many people go to sleep with the body still in battle. They may be thinking about money, health, work, family, I love, or the future. They may be replaying something painful. They may be imagining what someone might say. They may be judging themselves for not doing enough. Each thought sends a signal to the body. Danger, danger, danger. And the body listens. It tightens. It holds. It prepares. Then sleep becomes harder because the body does not know the war is only in the mind. It only knows that the inner world is loud with fear. So before sleep, the word safe becomes a new signal. Safe. Safe enough to rest. Safe enough to breathe. Safe enough to put down the day. Safe enough to let tomorrow wait. Safe enough to stop checking. Safe enough to stop replaying. Safe enough to stop punishing yourself. Safe enough to let the heart be soft. Say it as many times as you need. Not with pressure, not like a demand, like a lullaby for the nervous system. If the mind argues, let it argue softly in the background. You do not have to fight it. The mind may say, "But what about this problem?" You can answer, "I will meet it when I can." The mind may say, "But what if something happens?" You can answer, "Tonight I rest." The mind may say, "But I do not know what to do." You can answer, "I do not need the whole answer before sleep." The mind may say, "But I do not feel safe." You can answer, "I am practicing safety in this moment." This is how you guide the mind without becoming harsh with it. The word safe also speaks to the inner child. There is often a younger part inside that becomes active at night. During the day, you may be busy enough to push feelings down, but at night, the quiet can bring them up. Old fears may come. Old loneliness may come. Old memories may come. The inner child may wonder, "Am I alone? Is anyone here? Will anyone listen?" And this is where your own voice becomes medicine. You whisper, "I am safe. and loved. The inner child does not need a long speech. It needs to feel that you are not leaving. It needs to hear, I am here with you. You are safe with me tonight. You may place a hand on your heart and imagine speaking to that younger part. You do not have to be afraid of the night. You do not have to carry old pain alone. I am here now. I will stay. I will not attack you for feeling. I will not shame you for needing comfort. You are safe with me. These words can begin to repair something deep, because sometimes the wound is not only what happened long ago. Sometimes the wound continues because even now you leave yourself when pain appears. You distract, judge, push, or criticize. But tonight can be different. Tonight you can stay. Safety grows when you stop abandoning yourself. Safety grows when you stop turning against your own heart. Safety grows when difficult feelings appear and you do not punish them. Safety grows when tiredness appears and you do not call yourself weak. Safety grows when fear appears and you say, I understand. You are trying to protect me, but we can soften now. This is how safety becomes real inside. Not through perfect control, but through a steady, loving presence. I am safe in this moment. My body can soften now. I do not have to solve everything tonight. These words can be repeated like a slow wave. You may breathe in with I am safe. You may breathe out with my body can soften. You may breathe in with I do not have to solve. You may breathe out with everything tonight. Let the breath carry the words deeper. Let the body hear that you are not only thinking safety, you are breathing safety. The breath is one of the most direct ways to speak to the body. A slow breath says, there is no danger in this moment. A soft exhale says, you can release a little. A relaxed jaw says, we are not preparing to fight. A hand on the heart says, I am here. Safe does not mean you will never feel fear. Safe means fear does not have to lead every moment. Safe does not mean life has no hard parts. Safe means you can meet life one step at a time without keeping your body in constant alarm. Safe does not mean you control every outcome. Safe means you can return to yourself even when outcomes are unknown. Safe does not mean the past never hurt. Safe means the past does not have to be the voice that puts you to sleep tonight. There is a big difference between danger and discomfort. The mind sometimes treats every discomfort like danger. A hard feeling comes, and the mind says, something is wrong. A quiet night comes, and the mind says, we must think about everything. A delay comes, and the mind says, this is proof that nothing works. But discomfort is not always danger. Sometimes discomfort is only a feeling moving through. Sometimes it is tiredness. Sometimes it is uncertainty. Sometimes it is a memory asking for kindness. Sometimes it is the body releasing the day. When you whisper safe, you help the mind understand that not every feeling needs to become an alarm. This is very healing before sleep, because sleep asks the body to surrender. It asks the body to stop holding. It asks the mind to stop controlling. It asks the eyes to close. It asks the muscles to release. For someone who has lived in stress for a long time, surrender may not feel easy. The body may need to be taught, gently and many times, that rest is safe, not through force, through kindness, through the same loving message repeated, through the same sentence given at night. I am safe and loved. Let the word safe become a place you can return to inside. You may not feel it fully at first, but you can build it. Every night, one whisper adds to it. Every night, one softer breath adds to it. Every night, one moment of not attacking yourself adds to it. Every night, one choice to stop feeding fear adds to it. Little by little, safety becomes re-familiar. The body begins to recognize the path. The mind begins to understand the rhythm. The heart begins to trust that night does not have to be filled with worry. You may also need to make your thoughts safer. Sometimes the body cannot rest because the thoughts are sharp. The words inside may be cruel. I failed. I am behind. I always ruin things. No one cares. Nothing changes. These thoughts are not soft places to sleep. They are not gentle blankets. They are stones placed on the heart. Before sleep, choose not to lie under those stones. You do not need to believe every thought that appears. You can say, "This is an old thought. I do not have to follow it tonight." Then return to the words, "I am safe and loved." Make the inner room safer. Remove the harsh voice from the pillow. Remove the old argument from the blanket. Remove tomorrow's fear from the breath. You may not remove every thought, but you can stop giving them all your trust. You can say, "Tonight, I choose a kinder thought." You can say, "Tonight, I give my body peace." You can say, "Tonight, I let my deeper mind rest in safety." This is a practice. It does not need to be perfect. It only needs to be repeated. Safe can also mean safe from your own self-attack. This is very important. Many people are not only tired from life, they are tired from how they speak to themselves about life. They make a mistake, then attack themselves. They feel sad, then judge themselves. They need rest, then call themselves lazy. They feel afraid, then feel ashamed for being afraid. This creates a second wound. The first wound is the feeling. The second wound is the cruelty added on top. Before sleep, you can stop adding the second wound. You can say, "I am safe from my own harshness tonight. I will not use this quiet time to hurt myself. I will speak gently now." Imagine how the body might feel if it knew it would not be attacked tonight. Imagine how the heart might feel if it knew you would not replay every mistake with anger. Imagine how the mind might feel if it knew it did not have to solve everything before it was allowed to rest. This is the safety you are building. A place inside where you are not punished for being human. A place where you are held while you heal. A place where sleep becomes softer because the inner voice becomes kind. I am safe and loved. The word safe is the center of the sentence. It rests between am and. It is held in the present. It is not alone. I am safe. That is the first deep message. Then comes and loved. But before the heart can fully receive love, the body often needs safety. A frightened body may not trust love. A tense body may not receive kindness easily. A guarded heart may hear loving words and still stay closed. So safety comes first. Safety opens the door safe. Ty tells the heart, it is okay to receive. Safety tells the body, you do not have to protect against love. Safety tells the mind, you do not have to keep proving that fear is true. This is why, if the full sentence feels too much, you can begin with only this word. Safe, safe, safe. Let it be enough. One word can begin the softening. You do not need to say many things. You do not need to create a perfect practice. Some nights, one word whispered with true care is more healing than many words spoken without feeling. Safe. Let it enter. Let it move. Let it sit beside the fear without fighting it. Let it become the stronger sound. There is a quiet strength in safety. Some people think safety is weak. They think they must stay tense to stay strong. They think they must worry to stay ready. They think they must be hard on themselves to keep going. But true safety gives strength back. A rested body is stronger than a body always in alarm. A calm mind can see more clearly than a mind lost in panic. A loved heart can choose better than a heart acting from fear. Safety is not weakness. Safety is the ground where healing grows. Before sleep, give yourself that ground. Do not wait for the world to make it perfect. Begin inside. Begin with the word safe. I am safe in this moment. My body can soften now. I do not have to solve everything tonight. Repeat it until the words feel a little warmer. Repeat it until the breath becomes a little slower. Repeat it until the body understands that you are no longer asking it to carry the entire future into the night. If worry returns, return again. If the old story returns, return again. If the mind wanders, return again. The practice is not about never losing peace. It is about coming back. Each return teaches the nervous system that peace is available. Each return tells the body that fear is not the only path. Each return makes the words more familiar, and what becomes familiar begins to feel safe. Tonight, when the room becomes quiet, let the third word be a gift to the body. Safe. Not because every part of life is certain, not because there are no responsibilities, not because you know every answer, but because this moment can hold you, this breath can meet you, this bed can support you, this whisper can guide you, this love can enter. You are allowed to stop fighting the day. You are allowed to let your shoulders fall. You are allowed to unclench the jaw. You are allowed to rest your hands. You are allowed to let tomorrow stay in tomorrow. I am safe and loved. Let the word safe become a warm light moving through the body. Let it begin at the heart. Let it move to the throat, where words may have been held back. Let it move to the shoulders, where the day may have been carried. Let it move to the belly, where worry may have been stored. Let it move to the hands, where effort may have lived. Let it move to the feet, where the body may finally stop walking through the day. Safe, safe, safe. The body has served you today. It deserves peace. The mind has thought so much today. It deserves quiet. The heart has felt so much today. It deserves love. The soul has carried so much today. It deserves rest. So whisper the word not as a command, but as kindness. Safe. I am safe. I am safe in this moment. I am safe enough to let go a little. I am safe enough to stop worrying for now. I am safe enough to receive the night. And as this word begins to settle, the 5-word sentence becomes deeper. I am safe and loved. The self has returned. The present moment has opened. The body has heard the message it needed. And now, with a little more softness, the heart becomes ready to understand the next word. The 4th word is and. It may seem like a very small word, almost too small to notice, but it carries a deep kind of peace. The word and makes room. It opens space inside the heart. It tells you that more than one thing can be true at the same time. You can be tired and still loved. You can feel unsure and still be safe. You can have a hard day and still be worthy of rest. You can be healing and still be enough. You can have questions and still be held by life. You can feel emotional and still be guided. This little word teaches the heart that one hard feeling does not cancel every good thing. Many people live with a painful kind of thinking. They believe that if something is difficult, then everything is wrong. They believe that if one area of life feels heavy, then life itself is against them. They believe that if they feel fear, then peace is gone. If they make a mistake, then they are not worthy. If someone does not understand them, then they are not loved. If tomorrow is unknown, then they cannot rest tonight. But the word "and" gently breaks this hard thinking. It says, yes, this feeling is here and love is here too. Yes, this question is here and peace is still possible. Yes, this day was not perfect and I can still end it with kindness. This is why "and" is such a healing word before sleep. At night, the mind may try to turn one problem into the whole story. It may say, this happened today, so nothing is working. It may say, this person did not answer, so I am not loved. It may say, I did not finish everything, so I failed. It may say, I feel afraid, so I am not safe. The mind can become very sharp when it is tired. It may make everything bigger. It may take one feeling and build a whole dark room around it. But the word "and" brings in light. It says, this is not the whole story. I can be unfinished and still be loved. Let that sentence rest in you. I can be unfinished and still be loved. You do not have to complete your healing before love can reach you. You do not have to solve every problem before rest can find you. You do not have to be calm every moment before you are worthy of peace. You do not have to have the perfect day before you are allowed to sleep with a soft heart. You can be in the middle of becoming and still be loved. You can be learning and still be loved. You can be tired and still be loved. You can be unsure and still be loved. This is a very important message for the deeper mind because many people carry a hidden belief that love must be earned through being perfect. They think, when I am better, I will be loved. When I am stronger, I will be safe. When I stop making mistakes, I will deserve peace. When I finally become the person I think I should be, then I can rest. But the heart cannot heal under that kind of pressure. The body cannot soften if it feels it must become perfect first. Love that only comes after perfection is not healing love. Healing love says, I see you now, I meet you here. I do not need you to become someone else before I offer kindness. The word "and" helps you stop fighting your own human feelings. You may say, I am sad and I am still loved. You may say, I am afraid and I am still safe in this moment. You may say, I made a mistake and I am still worthy of gentleness. You may say, I do not know the answer and I can rest tonight. This does not make the feeling disappear by force. It gives the feeling a softer place to exist. It tells the heart, you do not have to choose between honesty and hope. You can have both. You can tell the truth about what hurts and still let love come close. So many people are harsh with themselves because they think healing means never feeling heavy again. But healing is not the absence of all pain. Healing is learning how to hold pain with love. Healing is learning how to feel fear without becoming fear. Healing is learning how to feel sadness without calling yourself weak. Healing is learning how to have an unfinished life and still speak gently to yourself. The word "and" helps with this. It allows you to say, this feeling is here and I am still here with myself. Before sleep, this word becomes a bridge. It connects the truth of your day with the truth of your spirit. The truth of your day may be, I am tired. The truth of your spirit may be, I am loved. So you say, I am tired and loved. The truth of your day may be, I am unsure. The truth of your spirit may be, I am guided. So you say, I am unsure and guided. The truth of your day may be, I still have things to handle. The truth of your spirit may be, I can rest now. So you say, I still have things to handle, and I can rest now. This is gentle. This is honest. This is kind. The word "and" also helps you stop making the night a court where you judge yourself. Many people lie down and begin a silent trial. They bring every mistake into the mind. They replay every word. They ask if they did enough. They ask if they should have done more. They ask if they are behind. They ask if they are failing. But before sleep, your soul does not need a trial. It needs a blessing. The word "and" lets you bless yourself without denying the day. It lets you say, I did not do everything perfectly, and I am allowed to rest. It lets you say, I am still learning, and I am worthy of love. It lets you say, the day is over, and I can put it down. There is deep peace in allowing yourself to put the day down. You may not be able to put down every responsibility forever, but you can put it down for the night. You can say, this can wait. You can say, my body needs rest. You can say, my mind has done enough thinking for now. You can say, I will not use this night to punish myself. The word "and" helps you hold both duty and rest. You can care about your life and still sleep. You can want to improve and still accept yourself tonight. You can be responsible and still be gentle. This word also teaches balance. Without "and," the mind may become extreme. It may say, either everything is perfect or everything is wrong. It may say, either I feel peaceful all the time or I am failing. It may say, either someone loves me exactly how I want or I am alone. It may say, either I know the whole path or I am lost. But life is not so hard and narrow. Life has many soft spaces. You can be on the way and still be supported. You can be in a pause and still be growing. You can be in a quiet season and still be held. You can feel tender and still be strong. I am safe and loved. The word "and" sits between safety and love. It joins them together. It says safety and love can both be here. It says the body can soften and the heart can receive. It says you do not have to choose one blessing. You are allowed to receive more than one. You are allowed to be safe and loved. You are allowed to rest and heal. You are allowed to be human and worthy. You are allowed to have feelings and still be at peace with yourself. Sometimes the heart needs this word because it has been taught to live in shame. Shame says, because you feel this, you are wrong. Shame says, because you made a mistake, you do not deserve kindness. Shame says, because you are not healed yet, you are not enough. But love says, you feel this, and I am still here. Love says, you made a mistake, and you can learn. Love says, you are healing, and you are still worthy now. The word "and" is a little doorway out of shame. It lets the heart breathe. Think of how you would speak to someone you truly love. If they came to you tired and worried, you would not say, "Come back when you are perfect." You would not say, "You can rest only after you solve everything." You would not say, "Your fear makes you unworthy." You would say, "I know you are tired and you are safe here." You would say, "I know today was hard and you can rest now." You would say, "I know you are afraid and you are not alone." This is the same voice you are learning to give yourself before sleep. At night, the heart may not need strong words. It may need soft words. It may need permission. It may need room and gives as room. It lets the heart be honest without closing the door to hope. It lets you be tired without becoming hopeless. It lets you be sad without becoming lost. It lets you be unsure without becoming afraid of your whole future. It lets you be imperfect without becoming cruel to yourself. This is why the little word matters so much. You may practice it tonight in a very simple way. Think of one thing that feels heavy, then add "and" to it with love. I am worried and I can breathe slowly. I am tired and I am allowed to rest. I feel alone and I can be kind to myself. I do not know the answer and I can trust the night to hold me. I had a hard day and I am still worthy of peace. Do not force the feeling away. Do not argue with it. Just open space around it. Let the word "and" become a soft hand that makes the heart less tight. This is how you stop making pain your whole identity. You do not say, "I am fear." You say, "Fear is here and love is here too." You do not say, "I am sadness." You say, "Sadness is here and I am still held." You do not say, "I am failure." You say, "I made a mistake and I can learn gently." The word "and" separates you from the heavy story. It reminds you that you are larger than one moment. You are larger than one feeling. You are larger than one unfinished thing. You are a living soul, still growing, still healing, still worthy. Before sleep, the mind often wants a clean answer. It wants everything solved. It wants every feeling sorted out. It wants all questions closed. But life does not always close its questions before nightfall. Some things remain open, some things need time, some answers come later. Some healing happens slowly. The word "and" helps you rest even while life is still open. It says, "This is unfinished and I can sleep." It says, "This is unknown and I can be safe now." It says, "This is still healing and I can be loved through the process." This is not giving up. This is trusting the process enough to rest. There is a difference between giving up and letting go for the night. Giving up says, nothing can change. Letting go says, I do not have to carry it right now. Giving up closes the heart. Letting go softens the heart. Giving up comes from fear. Letting go comes from trust. The word "and" helps you let go without denying what matters. You can care and rest. You can want change and be gentle. You can hold hope and stop forcing the answer tonight. I can be unfinished and still be loved. This is one of the kindest truths the heart can receive. You may still be learning how to speak kindly to yourself. You may still be learning how to stop worrying. You may still be learning how to trust life. You may still be learning how to sleep peacefully. And still, love is not waiting far away. Love is here in the learning. Love is here in the trying. Love is here in the small breath. Love is here in the whisper. When you say, I am safe and low, ved, let the word "and" remind you that safety and love are both allowed. Let it remind you that you do not have to choose between being honest and being hopeful. Let it remind you that the hard thing is not the only thing. Let it remind you that the old story is not the whole story. Let it remind you that tonight can hold both your tiredness and your peace. Tonight can hold both your questions and your trust. Tonight can hold both your healing and your worth. The word "and" is gentle because it does not fight life. It does not say, only good feelings are allowed. It says, all of you can come into love. The tired part, the worried part, the quiet part, the hopeful part, the part that still does not believe, the part that wants to believe, the part that feels strong, the part that feels small. All of it can be held. All of it can be brought into the sentence, I am safe and loved. So tonight, when you reach this fourth word, pause. Let it open space. I am safe and loved. Let the "and" be like a breath between two blessings. Safe and loved, held and free, human and worthy, tired and supported, healing and enough. Let this word loosen the hard edges of the mind. Let it remind you that the night does not need you to become perfect. It only asks you to become softer with yourself. The fifth word is loved. This is the word the heart may need most. Loved. Let it come slowly. Let it come gently. Let it come without force. This word can touch deep places because every heart, no matter how strong it seems, longs to feel loved. Not only noticed, not only needed, not only useful, not only praised when everything is going well. Loved. Loved in the quiet. Loved in the tiredness. Loved in the healing. loved in the unknown, loved before the answer comes, loved before the morning arrives. Many people go to sleep feeling alone, even when their lives are full of people. They may talk during the day, they may smile, they may work, they may help, they may take care of many things. But at night, when the room becomes still, a deeper feeling may rise. A feeling of not being fully seen, a feeling of carrying too much alone, a feeling of wanting someone to say, "You can rest now, you are loved." You do not have to hold everything by yourself. If that feeling is inside you, do not judge it. It is not weakness. It is the heart asking for warmth. The word loved is warmth. It is not a hard word. It does not push. It does not demand. It simply comes near. It says, "You are not only what happened today. You are not only your work. You are not only your worry. You are not only your past. You are not only your mistakes. You are not only your pain. You are loved." Let the word sit beside you. You do not have to understand it fully. You do not have to prove it. You can let it be like soft light in the room of your heart. I am loved by life, held by peace, and guided into rest. This sentence carries such comfort. I am loved by Louise Hay, held by peace, and guided into rest. It tells the heart that love is not only something outside you. It tells the heart that love can also be an energy inside you, a gentle way of speaking, a soft choice, a kind hand on the chest, a breath taken without self-attack. Love can be the way you stop frightening yourself before sleep. Love can be the way you forgive yourself for being human. Love can be the way you let the day end without turning it into a punishment. Some people think love must come in one form, from one person, in one exact way, or it does not count. But love has many doors. Love can come through a kind message. Love can come through a quiet moment of peace. Love can come through your own decision to stop being cruel to yourself. Love can come through rest. Love can come through a small sign, a soft memory, a prayer, a breath, a feeling that life has not left you. When you whisper loved, you open more doors. You stop saying love must look only one way. You begin to let love meet you in many simple ways. The heart may resist this word at first. It may say, "If I am loved, why did I hurt?" It may say, "If I am loved, why did someone leave?" It may say, "If I am loved, why do I feel alone?" These are tender questions. They are not wrong. Pain often asks questions like this, but before sleep, you do not have to answer every question. You can hold the questions with kindness. You can say, "Yes, I have hurt, and I am still open to love." You can say, "Yes, I have felt alone, and I am learning to be with myself." You can say, "Yes, I do not understand everything, and love can still come close tonight." Being loved does not mean you never went through pain. It does not mean every person treated you well. It does not mean life was always gentle. Being loved means there is still a deeper love available to you now. It means the past does not get to decide how much love you can receive forever. It means your heart can open again slowly. It means you can become a loving place for yourself. It means you can stop making old wounds the final truth about your worth. Loved. Let the word reach the part of you that feels it must earn everything. The part that thinks, I must do more before I can rest. The part that thinks, I must please everyone before I can be safe. The part that thinks, I must be perfect before I can be loved. Speak to that part softly. You do not have to earn love tonight. You do not have to prove your worth tonight. You do not have to become someone else tonight. You are allowed to be loved as you are learning. This is a deep medicine for the heart. Love that arrives only after perfection creates fear. Love that arrives in the middle of healing creates safety. When you whisper loved, you are not saying you have no growing to do. You are not saying you will never change. You are saying you do not have to hate yourself into change. You can grow from love. You can heal from love. You can rest in love. You can become softer because love is present, not because fear is pushing you. Many people have been trying to improve themselves by rejecting themselves. They say, I will love myself when I am better. But that keeps love always far away. Before sleep, you can begin another way. You can say, I am loved now, and from this love I can heal. This is softer. This is kinder. This gives the heart a safe place to grow. A flower does not open because it is shouted at. It opens because the conditions become gentle enough. Your heart is the same. It opens when love becomes safe. I am safe and loved. The word loved completes the sentence. I brought you back to yourself. Am brought you into the present. Safe spoke to the body and made room for all of you. Loved speaks to the heart. The sentence becomes whole. It brings the self, the present, the body, the space, and the heart together. It is simple enough to whisper and deep enough to repeat for a lifetime. At night, love must be gentle. Do not use this word to pressure yourself. Do not say, I must feel loved right now or I am failing. That is not love. That is pressure. Instead, let the word come near. Let it sit at the edge of the heart. Let it wait. Let it be patient. Some parts of you may open quickly. Other parts may need time. Let them need time. Love does not rush. Love does not say, open now. Love says, I am here. I will keep returning. This is how your own voice becomes a healing voice. You do not need to speak perfectly. You do not need to feel perfect faith. You only need to speak with kindness. I am loved. I am learning to receive love. I am willing to believe love can find me. I am willing to stop keeping my heart closed to myself. I am willing to rest in love tonight. These words are soft, but they are strong. They tell the deeper mind that the old story of being unloved is not the only story available now. If loneliness rises when you say loved, place a hand on your heart. Do not push the loneliness away. Say, I see you. Sometimes loneliness is not asking to be fixed quickly. It is asking to be held. It is asking for your presence. It is asking you not to leave yourself while you wait for love from the world. You can say, I am here with you. I will not abandon you tonight. This is love in action. This is love becoming real. It is not only a word. It is the choice to stay with yourself kindly. Loved also means you can forgive yourself for the day. Maybe you were not as calm as you wanted to be. Maybe you said too much or too little. Maybe you wasted time. Maybe you felt heavy. Maybe you did not finish what you planned. Maybe you reacted from fear. Before sleep, do not turn these things into a weapon. Let love speak. I am learning. I can do better without hating myself. I can rest tonight and begin again tomorrow. This is not an excuse to stay the same. This is the soothe of ground from which real change can grow. When the heart feels loved, it does not need to protect itself in the same old ways. It does not need to chase as much. It does not need to prove as much. It does not need to beg the world for every drop of worth. Love from within does not replace all outer love, but it gives you a home. It gives you a place to return. It says, even if someone does not understand me today, I will not abandon myself tonight. This is a powerful way to sleep. This is a powerful way to live, loved by life. What does that mean? It means you are not separate from the love that moves through life. The same life that gives breath, that turns night into morning, that heals small wounds in the body, that lets the heart keep beating, is still moving through you. You may not always feel it. You may forget it when fear is loud, but it is still here. Before sleep, you can remember. You can whisper, life is with me tonight. Love is with me tonight. I am loved. This kind of love is quiet. It may not always arrive as a big feeling. Sometimes it arrives as a softening in the chest. Sometimes it arrives as the desire to be kinder to yourself. Sometimes it arrives as a sudden deep breath. Sometimes it arrives as tears that help release the day. Sometimes it arrives as sleep itself, carrying you away from worry for a while. Do not decide love is absent just because it is quiet. Some of the deepest love comes softly. I am loved by life, held by peace, and guided into rest. Whisper it slowly. Let the word loved be the final sound. Not fear, not regret, not shame. loved. Let that be the last feeling you offer the heart. Let that be the last direction you give the mind. Let that be the final message the body carries into sleep. Loved. You may not know what tomorrow will bring, but tonight you can choose not to sleep under the old voice that says you are alone. You can choose a new voice, a softer voice, a voice that says, I am safe and loved. This word also asks you to receive. Many people know how to give love, but they do not know how to receive it. They give care, help, time, energy, and attention. But when love comes toward them, they question it. They push it away. They feel unworthy. They feel unsafe. Before sleep, receiving can begin in a very simple way. You receive the words. You receive the breath. You receive the hand on your heart. You receive the right to rest. You receive the possibility that love can be here even if the mind does not fully understand it yet. Let yourself receive in small ways. Do not force the heart wide open. Just open one small window. I am loved. Maybe that is enough for tonight. Maybe tomorrow night it comes a little closer. Maybe after many nights, the body begins to believe that love does not always have to be chased. Sometimes it can be received. Sometimes it can be allowed. Sometimes it can be whispered into tea. Heed dark by your own voice. The word loved can become a new ending to the day. Instead of ending with I should have done more, you end with I am loved. Instead of ending with what if I fail, you end with I am loved. Instead of ending with I am alone, you end with I am loved. The ending matters, not because it erases the whole day, but because it changes the final message. It gives the soul a different place to rest. So let the fifth word be tender. Let it be patient. Let it be repeated. Loved. Loved as you are. Loved as you heal. Loved as you learn. Loved as you rest. Loved when you know the answer, and loved when you do not. Loved when the day was easy, and loved when the day was hard. Loved when you feel strong, and loved when you feel small. Loved not because you performed perfectly, but because your soul is worthy of tenderness. I am safe and loved. The sentence now stands complete. It is not long. It is not difficult. It is not heavy. It is a gentle blessing for the night. It is a way of giving the mind a peaceful path. It is a way of giving the body a signal of rest. It is a way of giving the heart a message of care. It is a way of saying, I will not end this day by leaving myself in fear. Tonight, before sleep, make the practice simple. Do not turn it into another task. Do not make it something you must do perfectly. Let it be gentle. Let it be small. Let it be easy enough for a tired heart. Before you sleep, place one hand on your heart. If that does not feel natural, place your hand on your belly, your shoulder, or anywhere the body feels it needs warmth. Take one slow breath. Let the day begin to fall away. You do not need to push it away. Just let it loosen. Then whisper slowly, I am safe and loved. Say it once for the body, I am safe and loved. Let the body hear it first, because the body has carried you all day. It carried you through work, worries, movement, pressure, thoughts, feelings, and many little moments you may not even remember. It kept breathing for you. It kept your heart beating. It held tension when you were stressed. It tried to protect you when you felt afraid. So speak to it softly. Dear body, I am safe and loved. Let the body know it does not have to hold the same tightness through the night. Let the jaw soften. Let the shoulders fall. Let the breath become a little slower. Say it a second time for the mind. I am safe and loved. The mind has thought so much today. It has planned, remembered, judged, guessed, questioned, and tried to protect you. It may still want to keep going. It may still want to solve one more thing. But tonight, it can rest. Speak to the mind as though it is a tired helper. Thank you for trying to protect me. You can rest now. I am safe and loved. You do not have to fight your mind. You can guide it. You can give it a softer direction. You can let it know that not every thought needs to be followed tonight. Say it a third time. E for the heart. I am safe and loved. The heart may be carrying feelings that words cannot fully explain. Maybe it is carrying hope. Maybe it is carrying sadness. Maybe it is carrying love that was not returned in the way it wanted. Maybe it is carrying old pain, quiet grief, or the tiredness of staying strong. Let the heart hear the words. You are safe and loved. Do not demand that it open quickly. Let it receive what it can. Even if it only receives one small drop of comfort, that drop matters. Say it a fourth time for the inner child. I am safe and loved. There is a younger part inside you that may still be waiting for kind words. A part that may have felt alone, unseen, afraid, or not enough. Before sleep, this younger part may listen closely. Speak tenderly. You are safe with me tonight. I will not leave you. I will not shame you. I will not attack you for feeling. I am here. Let the 5 words become a soft blanket around that part of you. I am safe and loved. Say it a 5th time for the new morning waiting for you. I am safe and loved. This final whisper is a seed for tomorrow. You are not trying to control tomorrow. You are not forcing the day to be perfect. You are simply choosing the energy you carry into sleep. You are giving the morning a softer beginning before it even arrives. You are saying, let me wake with more peace. Let me remember kindness. Let me meet the day from love, not fear. I am safe and loved. This practice can take less than 1 minute, but it can touch the whole night. It does not need a perfect room. It does not need a perfect mood. It does not need complete silence. It only needs your willingness. Even if your mind is busy, practice. Even if you feel emotional, practice. Even if you do not fully believe the words yet, practice gently. The goal is not to force belief. The goal is to offer the deeper mind a new message. Whispering matters because the voice becomes softer when it is quiet. A whisper feels close. It feels private. It feels like something spoken directly to the heart. You do not need to say the words loudly. You do not need to make them dramatic. Let them be warm. Let them be slow. Let them be simple. I am safe and loved. If you are too tired to say them out loud, say them inside. If you fall asleep before finishing, that is okay. The heart heard what it needed. This is not a test. Before you begin, you may want to release the day with one sentence. This day is complete for now. Not because everything was finished, not because everything was perfect, but because you are choosing to stop living inside the day after it has ended. You can say, I take the lesson and I release the weight. You can say, I did what I could today. You can say, I give myself permission to rest. Then whisper the 5 words. I do not chase the answer tonight. I rest and let life hold me. Let this be part of the practice. I do not chase the answer tonight. I rest and let life hold me. The mind may want to chase answers. It may want to know what will happen, how things will change, what someone meant, when the door will open, how the problem will be solved. But bedtime is not always the time for chasing. Bedtime is the time for resting. You can let life work in ways you cannot see while you sleep. You can let the deeper mind settle. You can let the body repair. You can let the heart breathe. If a worry comes during the practice, do not be upset. Worry may come because it is used to being heard at night. Just notice it. Say, I see you, worry. You are trying to protect me. But tonight, I am choosing peace. Then return to the words. I am safe and loved. If another thought comes, return again. If the mind wanders 10 times, return 11 times. Every return is part of the healing. You are teaching the mind that fear is not the only road. You may also use your breath with the words. Breathe in and think, I am safe. Breathe out and think, and loved. Breathe in, I am safe. Breathe out and loved. Let the breath make the words slower. Let the body receive them through rhythm. The breath is always in the present moment. When the mind goes into tomorrow, the breath brings it back. When the heart goes into old pain, the breath brings it back. When the body tightens, the breath says, "Come here, come now." Some nights, you may want to add a little body softening. After the first whisper, relax your face. After the second whisper, drop your shoulders. After the third whisper, soften the belly. After the fourth whisper, open the hands. After the fifth whisper, let the whole body feel heavy and held. Do not force relaxation. Invite it. The body likes invitations more than commands. Say, "You may soften now," not "you must soften." Say, "You may rest now," not "you must sleep." This gentle tone helps the body feel safe. You can also imagine the 5 words moving through you like warm light. I brings the light to your heart. Am brings it into the present. Safe lets it move through the body. And lets it make room around every feeling. Loved lets it rest in the deepest part of you. This is not something you need to picture perfectly. It is only a soft way of feeling the words. Let the sentence become warmth. Let the warmth become rest. If the day was difficult, you may need more than 5 whispers. That is okay. Repeat the sentence as many times as feels kind, but do not repeat it with panic. Do not say it as if you are trying to force life to change immediately. Say it as if you are sitting beside yourself with love. I am safe and loved. I am safe and loved. I am safe and loved. Let the words become steady. Let them become familiar. Let them become the sound your body knows at the end of the day. If sleep does not come right away, do not turn that into another reason to judge yourself. Sometimes the body needs time. Sometimes the mind needs time. Sometimes the heart needs time to settle. Stay gentle. Say, even if sleep takes time, I can rest. Say, even if thoughts come, I can return to love. Say, even if the body is tense, I can speak kindly to it. Then return to the 5 words, I am safe and loved. The practice is not only about falling asleep. It is about changing the relationship you have with the night. It is about making bedtime a place of care instead of fear. It is about teaching your deeper mind that the end of the day can be loving. It is about helping the body trust that it does not have to be on guard every moment. It is about letting the heart know that you will not abandon it when everything becomes quiet. Over time, this practice can become a signal. The moment you place your hand on your heart, the body begins to know what is coming. The moment you take the slow breath, the mind begins to slow. The moment you whisper the sentence, the heart begins to remember. This is how gentle habits form, not through force, through repetition, through warmth, through returning again and again. For 7 nights you may try this, not as a challenge, not as pressure, as a gift. Each night before sleep, whisper the 5 words 5 times for the body, for the mind, for the heart, for the inner child, for the morning. Do not measure it too quickly. Do not ask after one night, did everything change? Just let the practice work in quiet ways. Let it soften you. Let it teach you. Let it become a small light at the end of each day. You may notice small changes first. Maybe you catch yourself worrying and return to the breath. Maybe you feel a little less alone. Maybe you sleep with a little less heaviness. Maybe you wake and remember the sentence. Maybe during the day, when stress appears, the words return by themselves. I am safe and loved. These small signs matter. Do not ignore them because they are not dramatic. The deepest changes often begin quietly. If you miss a night, do not judge yourself. Begin again the next night. Love does not punish you for forgetting. Love welcomes you back. This is part of the practice too. If you forget, return. If you struggle, return. If the mind is loud, return. If the heart is heavy, return. The practice is not built on perfection. It is built on returning to kindness. Tonight, before sleep, let everything become simple. You do not need to carry a long list of affirmations. You do not need to understand every part of your healing. You do not need to fix the past. You do not need to control the future. 1 hand, 1 breath, 5 words. I am safe and loved. Let that be enough. Tonight, you do not need to carry the whole world into bed. You do not need to bring every worry under the blanket with you. You do not need to solve every problem before your body is allowed to rest. You do not need to earn peace by doing more. You do not need to become perfect before love can come close. You are allowed to receive gentleness now. You are all load to let the day end. You are allowed to let the body soften. You are allowed to give your mind a kinder place to rest. Let the room around you become quiet in its own way. Even if the world outside is not perfectly silent, let something inside begin to settle. Let the day fall from your shoulders. Let the old pressure loosen. Let the thoughts slow down one by one. You have carried enough for today. You have thought enough for today. You have tried enough for today. Now your task is not to fight. Your task is not to figure everything out. Your task is to receive rest. I am safe and loved. Let these words become the blessing over your night. I am safe and loved. Let them touch the places that feel tired. Let them touch the places that feel afraid. Let them touch the places that still want answers. Let them touch the places that have been waiting for a softer voice. These words do not have to be loud. They do not have to be perfect. They only need to be given with love. My body can rest. Say this gently. My body can rest. Your body has carried the day. It has carried your steps, your breath, your work, your feelings, your stress, your hopes, your memories. It has stayed with you through every moment. Tonight, bless it. Do not criticize it. Do not judge it. Do not speak to it as if it has failed you. Speak to it as a friend. Dear body, you can rest now. You do not have to hold everything tonight. You are safe in this moment. You are loved in this moment. You can soften. My mind can soften. Let this be the next blessing. My mind can soften. The mind has been busy. It has tried to protect you. It has tried to plan. It has tried to understand. It has tried to stop pain before pain arrives. But now, for tonight, the mind can soften. It does not need to run through every possible future. It does not need to replay every part of the past. It does not need to keep asking questions that cannot be answered tonight. You can say, "Thank you, mind. You may rest now. I will meet tomorrow when tomorrow comes." My heart can trust. Maybe not fully at first, maybe only a little. But a little trust is still a doorway. My heart can trust this breath. My heart can trust this moment. My heart can trust that it does not have to stay closed forever. My heart can trust that love is still possible. My heart can trust that rest is safe. My heart can trust that it is allowed to be held. If the heart feels tender, do not rush it. Let trust come like dawn, slowly and softly. Let it enter one breath at a time. Life is with me tonight. Let this sentence be simple. Life is with me tonight. The breath is here. The heart is beating. The body is resting. The night is holding you. You do not need to know every unseen thing. You do not need to understand how every answer will come. You can let life be larger than your worry. You can let life move quietly while you sleep. You can let the deeper part of you be supported in ways the thinking mind may not see. If the past comes near tonight, bless yourself and return. If tomorrow comes into the mind, bless yourself and return. If fear comes, bless yourself and return. Do not fight every thought. You do not need to win a battle with the mind. You only need to come back to love. Again and again, come back to the words, "I am safe and loved." This is the path. This is the soft road back to rest. Let this blessing cover the tired parts of you. May the part of you that tried so hard today feel seen. May the part of you that felt afraid feel safe. May the part of you that felt alone feel loved. May the part of you that made mistakes feel forgiven. May the part of you that is still healing feel patience. May the part of you that does not know the answer feel peace. May the part of you that has carried too much remember that it can put something down tonight. You are allowed to sleep without fear being the last voice. You are allowed to sleep without shame being the last feeling. You are allowed to sleep without carrying every unfinished thing like a stone in your chest. You are allowed to close your eyes with kindness. You are allowed to let one small sentence guide you into the night. I am safe and loved. Let your breath become slow. Let your face soften. Let your hands rest. Let your body sink into support. Let the bed hold you. Let the night receive you. You do not have to hold your body up. You do not have to carry the day anymore. Let the room be enough. Let this moment be enough. Let the whisper be enough. I am safe and loved. My body can rest. My mind can soften. My heart can trust. Life is with me tonight. Repeat these words as slowly as you need. Let them be like warm water over the spirit. Let them wash away the sharp edges of the day. Let them remind you that you are not only here to struggle, you are here to receive love too. You are here to rest too. You are here to heal too. Tonight, do not ask yourself to be stronger. Ask yourself to be softer. Do not ask yourself to solve more. Ask yourself to release a little. Do not ask yourself to carry tomorrow. Ask yourself to return to this breath. Do not ask yourself to be perfect. Ask yourself to be kind. Kindness before sleep can become a deep kind of healing. It can change the whole feeling of the night. Maybe the day had heavy moments. Maybe someone said something that hurt. Maybe something did not go the way you hoped. Maybe your mind was busy. Maybe your body felt tired. Maybe your heart felt unsure. Still, you can end the day with love. Still, you can give yourself a peaceful sentence. Still, you can decide that fear will not be the final voice. I am safe and loved. These words can be the doorway. Walk through slowly. Leave the day behind you. Leave the old fear outside the door. Leave the self-blame outside the door. Leave the need to know everything outside the door. Enter the night with only what is gentle. Enter the night with breath. Enter the night with love. Enter the night with trust. Conclusion. These 5 words are simple, but they carry a deep message. I am safe and loved. They bring you back to yourself. They bring you into the present. They speak safety to the body. They make room for every feeling. They remind the heart that love is still here. This is why they are so powerful before sleep. They do not ask you to become someone else. They do not ask you to fix your whole life tonight. They only ask you to stop ending the day with fear and begin ending it with love. Night after night, these words can become familiar. And what becomes familiar begins to feel more natural. The body may begin to soften more easily. The mind may begin to slow more gently. The heart may begin to trust a little more. You may begin to notice that bedtime no longer belongs only to worry. It can become a place of healing. It can become a place where you come back to yourself. It can become a place where love is the final message of the day. So tonight, before sleep, do not give your mind another fear to carry. Do not give your body another reason to tighten. Do not give your heart another harsh word. Give yourself this instead. One hand on the heart, one slow breath, 5 soft words. I am safe and loved. Let them be the last words you whisper. Let them be the seed you plant in the deeper mind. Let them be the soft light you carry into the night. Let them be the message your body hears before rest. Let them be the blessing your heart receives before sleep. I am safe and loved. My body can rest. My mind can soften. My heart can trust. Life is with me tonight. Sleep with love. Rest with trust. Let the night hold what you cannot carry. Let tomorrow wait for its own time. For now, you are here. You are breathing. You are safe in this moment. You are loved in this moment. And these 5 words can guide you gently into peace.